Hey, this is Steve with StevenAdamsMusic.com, and today we're going to talk about being able to sing when you have a sore throat or a cold. So I'm going to tell you what works and what doesn't work in just a second. So, as you can see, I have a cold right now, and this last weekend we had to sing. So what was I going to do? I really didn't know what I was going to do, and if you're watching this video, you probably faced this situation before, and so I'm going to tell you what worked for me, and I'm going to tell you what didn't work for me. So we had an appointment Saturday, and all week I'd been sick, coughing, and I thought about going to the doctor, urgent care, talked to our pharmacist, and the stuff I was coughing up was the yellow Phlegm stuff. He said, as long as it's not green, you don't need to go to the doctor. Once it turns green, go to the doctor. So that's what he said. Take that with a grain of salt for yourself. But so I was having this problem and stuffy nose and all that stuff. So I took these throughout the week. It's called Cold Eats. It does help eliminate some of the symptoms. It has vitamin C, it has zinc, and that kind of stuff in it. So these are really good. They do have a little bit of a coating property for your throat, so that's good. As the week got closer, or the weekend got closer, I was getting a little worried. So we went with this. This is something new for me. I've used Mucinex before, but I never used the cold, all-in-one cold and flu thing. So I tried this out, and actually works pretty good. You take them about every 4 hours, 2 pills every 4 hours. And so our appointment time came. We went to, we were on our way there, so we ran through our set just to kind of see. I hadn't sang for 3 or 4 days. And I was kind of afraid to, because the phlegm would get on my vocal cords, and it would kind of weigh them down. I couldn't really sing very good. So on the way to our appointment, we went through our set, and just to make sure that I was able to do what I could do, and it seemed okay. So in the morning, I took some of these throughout the day, I should say, but specifically, this is what I did, and it seemed to work well. Is that 2 hours before our performance, I took these. And so it lasts for 4 hours. So 2 hours before performance time, 1 hour before our time to go on stage, I use my Flonase. I have sleep apnea, so my doctor told me to use this for that. But I use this every time that we sing, because it opens up my sinuses, allows me to get up into my head voice and without too much of a problem. If I don't use this, I'm all stopped up anyway on a normal day. So with this cold, it made it even worse. So 2 hours before our appointment time, took the Mucinex. 1 hour before our performance, I did this. By the time we were ready to go on the stage, everything was open, and I still sounded kind of like I have a cold or whatever, and I still had this cough, but the Mucinex helps with keeping your cough down. So anyway, those 2 things went through fine, didn't even have a problem. We also had another appointment on Sunday, and I changed it, thinking that it would be better, and it's not. So what I did was, rather than 2 hours before our performance, with the Mucinex, I only took it 1 hour before. And then I used this about a half hour before we went on stage. And that did not work. It did not give me enough time to get everything opened up, and I couldn't I barely made it through a medium range song. Everything else, luckily, the other members of our group took the bulk of the songs, and I was able to just sing kind of in my lower range. And that's the nice thing about singing in a group. You have, when you're having an off day, other people, the other members of the group can take that load, and they were definitely pulling their weight on Sunday, and I was not. I was just not feeling it. So, one other thing I'd like to suggest is if you do have a sore throat. This last weekend, I didn't have a sore throat, so I didn't really have to worry about that. But there have been times when I've been sick that I did have, almost to the point of laryngitis. So, if that's what you're experiencing, the coldies drops, keep those as often as you can, and get that coating going. And then the day of your performance, and then starting in the morning, I use throat coat, and it works really well. You sip it throughout the day. You get it nice and hot. It's a tea. You dip it in there and you stoke it for, I think, about 15 minutes. And it tastes kind of licorice. Tastes like licorice. And I'm not a big licorice fan, but it helps my throat, so I do this. And so I'm sipping this all day, from the morning till the time right before we go on for our performance. And that really helps with the sore throat, along with the coldies, and you just kind of off and on, back and forth like that for the sore throat stuff. I prefer the coldies over just regular Halls because they're more like candy. I mean, I pop them like candy, especially the cherry flavors. I really like that. So the coldies is a little bit more of a medicine taste, so it keeps me from just popping them all the time just because they taste like cherry. But they do the job. So sore throat is coldies and throat coat. Or just like congestion and what I've got going on right now, Mucinex cold and flu, along with Flonase. Everything that I've named off today, we got at Walmart. So it was pretty easy. Anyway, I just want to let you know, when you're singing, you need to sing, you got to go and do the performance. This is what's worked for me. Hopefully it helps you in your performance. Talk to you next time.